Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. It's The Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, Martin Short and music from Norah Jones. Plus Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. I'm Alan Calder. And now, the first to run the sub 4-minute mile.
Very kind of you. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Does your wife or loved one snore? Do you have a friend? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. My name is Dave Letterman, and tonight I'm giving my 2-week notice. Don't worry about me. I plan to continue to be in show business. I've already been booked to be in a production of The Sunshine Boys with Jay Leno.
That is hot ticket.
I'm terribly excited.
Hot ticket.
Mother's Day. God bless Mom. And I look for a nice time with Mom. And so I'll be with Mom Sunday. She is really going to be surprised when I tell her I'm out of work and moving back in. Now listen to this, and it's the way of the world. Everything gets politicized, either commercialized or politicized. Hillary Clinton, running for president of the United States, wants to be president. I think this is unprecedented. It's not a bad idea. It's just never been done before. On Mother's Day, she draws numbers of mothers out of hats or something, and then she will call random mothers on Mother's Day to say hello. 5 mothers on Mother's Day will be getting a call from Hillary Clinton. Well, we see right through that, right? It's a campaign tactic. And sometimes they backfire, because I can remember a few years ago, a guy named Anthony Weiner. He sent out some greetings to people.
Yes, he did.
Got him in a lot of...
Yes, he did.
You know who else is running for president now? Mike Huckabee.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, you can cut the apathy with a knife.
Well, really.
Mike Huckabee made the big announcement. Here, take a look.
I announce that I am a candidate for student council at Hope Junior High School.
You know what's going to be a big film of the summer is the new Indiana Jones movie. How many folks remember the original Indiana Jones movie? Now, Indiana Jones, undeniably a little older now. In this film, Indiana Jones goes in search of a tomb for himself. And instead of outrunning a giant boulder, he has to pass an enormous kidney stone. That's what he has. Have you heard about this? Remember the deflated football New England Patriots Super Bowl, Indianapolis Colts,
Yep.
They were deflating? Well, the big report is in. It turns out now, yes, in fact, the Patriots knew all about the fact that the balls were being deflated. Listen to this. They're going to replay the Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh.
Get there early.
Yeah.
Here's what worries me about this ruling of the study from the NFL. Here's what I'm most concerned about. I just hope that this doesn't change Bill Belichick's happy-go-lucky attitude toward the press.
Yeah.
By God, you know who else is running for president? Let me mention this name, see if you know this name, Bernie Sanders. A lot of you people think that that's the guy where you go get the chicken in a bucket.
Well,
It's not it at all. He's a senator, independent senator from Vermont, and he's running for president. So tonight we're again profiling Bernie Sanders, this time man of many talents.
Great things for more defense. You go to a country like Denmark, they don't have great discussions about.
I'd vote for that. Turning our attention now to the world of publishing, you know, has a new book coming out, Kim Kardashian. This will be the first book Kim has written, and no, it's not.
it's not?
No, not the first book. It's the first book she's read.
But it's not the first book she's written.
It's what they call a coffee table book, and you can either buy the book or for $50 she'll come and sit on your coffee table.
Yeah. Really?
And don't kid yourself, this woman is a force to be reckoned with. She is so popular, people love her, and they're not sure why, but they love her.
Really?
And they had a book signing at the Barnes & Nobles here in New York City, and you go in and get your book signed, and the line all the way around her ass.
Yes.
Was, oh, God. It's crazy. So that's... Oh, my God. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. It smells so nice. Look at how nice you look there. Me and Cher. How about that? That's right. What happens when you have a TV show? It's Cher, ladies and gentlemen. Man, you look fantastic. You look
Thank
lovely.
you.
Thank you for being here. What's going on?
Well, you know, Dave, for a number of years, there's something that I've always wanted to get straight between us.
Me too.
No, once a long time ago, on the first show, I called you an ass.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
Okay.
That was how many years ago? That was 29 years ago. 29 years ago. Wow. Well, that's very nice of you. And I always took it with a grain of salt.
No, you didn't. Remember the People magazine? You kept mentioning it in the People
Well, that's
magazine,
right. I was concerned,
Right.
sure. Yeah.
You're upset.
I do remember
I got
that.
to you. It was
Yeah.
a little no.
A bit, yes.
Okay, okay.
Exactly.
All right, but this is one thing that I really mean from the bottom of my heart. I'm not kidding, no bull. I really love you, and I'm going to miss you.
Oh, no.
I really am.
Wait a minute.
What?
That's nice.
Very sweet of you.
Yes, and you're still an ass.
Just ahead, Martin Short. Update. The Cronuts ban is over. If you are still eating Cronuts, stop immediately. The Late Show is sponsored by Amazon Prime. There's more to Prime.
Thank you. Listen, we're going to show something now.
Yeah.
from September of 1993. How many years ago is that?
93,
22 years ago?
2003, yeah.
22 years ago.
Right.
We did this 22 years ago in this very theater. How long have we been doing this show? 23 years? 22 years?
Here, 20, I don't know.
Yeah.
They all fade into each other.
Yeah, we just don't know. We just keep doing shows.
Yeah.
I mean, for the
Till
love
they
of God,
say-
how many do they want? That's what I keep saying.
They say stop.
Anyway, this is September 1993, and we call this Fun with a Car Phone.
Oh, fun.
Take a look.
Good afternoon, Wynn.
Yes, ma'am. I have a traffic report for you.
What's that?
I'm at between 75 and 76th on Columbus. I'm headed south, and everything seems to be moving along okay.
Okay.
Will I hear that on the radio?
Everything's normal?
Everything seems to be okay.
Was there something wrong there before?
I don't know. I'm just driving through now.
No, we don't put one. We only report when things are backed up.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll keep my eyes open.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye. CNS, good afternoon.
Hi. I tell you what. Do you have stuff in there to clean, like car windows, like Windex and maybe a squeegee or something?
Yes, we do.
I'm interested in buying the equipment. But I was wondering if somebody could come out to my car and clean my windshield for me now.
Maybe across. Maybe if you go across. There you go.
Good afternoon, Wynn.
Yes, ma'am. I have some traffic information for you.
What's that?
I'm heading north on Amsterdam at 92nd Street, and it's backed up for. It seems like there's about 30 or 40 cars backed up here.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah?
I think it was just a red light. It's moving okay now.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, ma'am. I got a Big John's moving truck in front of me, and I'm calling to comment on his driving.
Where is he going?
Well, he seems to be okay, but I must say at the last light, it seemed like he accelerated kind of quickly.
Through a yellow, sir?
No, not through a yellow or anything. It's just like he hopped right on the gas, you know. Now we're rolling now. I can tell you more here. Okay, we're going through an intersection. That's all right. So far, it's okay. All right. Hello?
Yes?
I'd have to say we're all right so far. How far should I follow him?
You don't have to follow him that much.
Yes, ma'am. I have some traffic information for you. I'm up on the Upper East Side, about the 68th and the 2nd, and I just saw a guy in a white Buick make an illegal U-turn.
All right, so you don't have to call us every hour with your traffic update, okay?
Okay, now listen. I'm going to get something to eat, so I won't be able to call in for a few minutes.
Wait, don't call.
Huh?
Don't call us with traffic information unless it's like major.
All right, here's what I didn't tell you. I think the guy was drunk.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Does that make a difference?
No.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, how about this? He had a gun.
Goodbye.
He had a gun. Ma'am? What if you can answer some questions for me?
Yeah.
Are you responsible for antennas?
No.
What about low muffler?
No.
What about loose molding?
No.
What about rusted body parts?
No.
What about non-factory items?
No. No responsible for none of that.
Well, it's hard to breathe in here.
What's going on now?
I think it might be carbon monoxide.
Hello?
The guy right out front now eating watermelon.
Watermelon?
A guy's eating watermelon.
Hmm.
It's a tall guy with a red and blue baseball cap on and a blue shirt. Stuff's delicious. You ever tried this? Watermelon. Tasty.
Good.
Oh!
You need a knife or something?
Do I?
You need a fork, sir?
Yeah, do you have a fork?
Okay.
No, I haven't paid yet. How much is this?
You didn't pay?
I haven't paid.
It's $2.
$2? Oh.
What a stooge I am.
Those are the days.
On the program tonight, and we couldn't be happier about this, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely, the talented Martin Short. We'll be right back. Our first guest is one of the funniest men on the planet. Listen to this. Talk about a gig. His one-man show, An Evening with Martin Short, will be at the Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas on May 22nd.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Mr. Entertainment, Martin Short. look wonderful.
Oh, you look fantastic.
Once again, thank you so much for being here. You do look tremendous. How have you been and what have you been doing?
Well, first of all, before we get to all your prepared texts, let me just say one thing to you.
Okay.
And I know I've said this before, and everyone says, oh, I'm this big phony. You look sensational. You do.
Oh, I don't think so, but thank you.
No, you do, Dave. And I wonder, I mean, are you getting younger looking, or are you just asking your staff to dim the lighting? I mean, I mean, is it the kale enemas? Is that what it is?
I'm sorry, the kale?
Kale enemas.
It could be.
Did you have your calves implanted? I mean, you're just...
Well, it's very kind again if you don't notice.
No, it's just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, all the stuff. I mean, it's just, I mean, I look at you and I think to myself, whatever he's doing, 30% more, and he's Angela Lansbury.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And you smell terrific.
Really?
Yeah, is that Tanqueray or Beefeater?
Well, how about Paul?
Paul is, who gets custody of Paul? I keep wondering. How does that work?
Paul will be just fine.
Paul now looks like the world's hippest back massager.
Back massager.
Really?
In air quotes.
He goes to the barber and says, I'll have a Brazilian. Yeah, yeah.
Now, Marty.
Some people shampoo their hair.
Yeah.
He pledges his.
He
He said one of the rare things in television, rare people, he looks like Kojak and Kojak's lollipop.
I
And that's very unique.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've been coming on our show
I have.
For over 30 years.
That's true.
Do you remember the first appearance?
The first was on the old show on NBC. It was December 3rd, 1982. And you guys, you were doing more high concept shows back then. No, you were. And this is what happened. So it was on at 12:30 to 1:30.
Yes.
And I was on, of course, I was promoting SCTV, but I was the last guest. And I was to come on at 20 after 1. And the high concept that you were doing that night was that you would, at 20 after 1, you said, well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. And then you leave, and they rolled all the credits, and the audience is applauding, and you come back out and say, what, you want more? And then, all right, we'll bring out one more guest. Unfortunately, it's kind of clever. No. Unfortunately, everyone I knew turned out, including my wife. No one watched it. Not one person I knew watched me on the first letter.
But
I was excited.
Now, speaking of SCTV, by God, there was a show, and there was a show. How many years were you part of that?
3 years. 3 years.
Well, that was funny.
But
it was on like Friday nights. Was that what it was?
We were Friday nights at 12:30 to 2 in the morning.
And the cast again, too numerous to mention, but everybody fantastic.
John Candy, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Andrea Martin, Dave Thomas,
God.
Rick Moranis.
Yes.
Wow.
Who am I leaving out? It's so horrible when you leave someone out.
I know. I'm sorry.
Tony Rosato.
Tony Rosato, Robin Duke. There's a lot of people, but it was fantastic.
And then you've had been in show business, Major League show business, a long time. Like your first gig, like when you were, what was the show with Tony Bennett that you came on?
No. Paul actually did the arrangement. This is 1974, and it was a show.
So you're just a kid, 1974.
I was 24, and I was a kind of a boy singer. I remember I'd get, you'd have to pay. I would appear once a week on this show. It was on every night. Everything Goes, hosted by Norm Crosby. I remember it was a band, and I would just come in and sing a couple of songs, and I'd have to pay for the charts, which cost me $360, and I'd get paid $120. So I was already out doing it. And I remember I had to follow Tony Bennett, and it was a terrifying thing. It was a 90-minute show, and he was to open the show, and I was on the last, 15 minutes. But there was a snowstorm in Toronto, so they started the show. It was live, and then Tony suddenly arrives, and he says, yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm ready to sing Forget Your Troubles, come on. And they said, great, Tony, but why don't we wait till we're on the air, And so Tony gets out, and he's killing, When Joanna left me, every day was summer. And as Tony is killing upstage, they say, you're next. And I say, no. You can't follow a singer with a singer. And because, that's the one rule of show business.
Yes.
There are other rules. You don't carpool with Suge Knight.
That is a rule now.
That is a rule of show business.
Yeah.
You don't say to Bill Cosby, hey, could you mix my wife a drink? You don't do that. You don't do it.
just don't say this.
Everyone knows it.
The rule now. I didn't realize it.
You don't embark on a conversation with Matthew McConaughey without an exit strategy. I mean, these are rules of thumb, Dave. Rules of show business.
You have to have an exit.
Exit strategy.
I think that is a good
so
rule.
I said, you can't follow a singer with a singer. And they said, watch. And so they, as Tony's killing upstage, I'm downstage on a stool, and and that's why Chicago's my town, whatever he ended. And,
That's why Chicago's
my place. And so then they go to Norm Crosby and he goes, thanks, Tony. Now here's a kid who really sings good Marty Short.
Oh,
and I'm
man.
on a stool, and my hand is shaking, no cue cards, frightened, long hair, kind of a band launch shirt, nothing works. And I say, what a spot following Tony Bennett. And nothing, zero. And I start the song, and I'm singing Stevie Wonder's You and I. And I go, here we are on earth together, it's you and me. And I'm ready, wrong, it's you and I. And when I sing you and me, every lyric flows out of my head. And I start then just making up lyrics and subconsciously impersonating Tony Bennett. So I go, here we are on earth together, it's you and me. Our love was made, it was made in heaven too. I sure like to eat some stew. You and I, you and I, you and I. I can't hit the notes. So then I go into the bathroom afterwards, and I'm throwing cold water on my face. And Tony Bennett comes in. Oh. And I'm amazed, and I'm expecting him to give me a pearl of wisdom, and he just looks at me and says, you froze good, kid. Good night. Off he goes.
You froze good.
You froze good, kid.
This is the kind of thing I will miss. Stories from you. That was delightful.
You always stop by the house.
I wish you would. We'll be right back with Martin Short, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Short, ladies and gentlemen. That, I don't know if it's the same year, same era, certainly, of...
No, I remember that. That was when I was in Saturday Night Live.
From SNL?
No, that was on, that picture they just showed.
Yeah,
84.
Now, when was Clifford?
Clifford was 1990. I was 40 when I played a 10-year-old named Clifford.
You and Charles Grodin.
That's right.
And I can remember I had a copy of that, and I took it home and I watched it. I was delighted. I was overwhelmed. I thought, oh, my God, this is from another galaxy.
Yeah, look at me like a human boy. That I used to be able to impersonate. I remember working with Charles Grodin on that, and he had just written a book, which I had not read, but I pretended I'd read. And every time he'd start a new story, he'd say, I remember one time I was working, well, it's in the book. But I remember the first day we were shooting, I was playing a 10-year-old. And it was very important that he was 10, not 13.
Right.
Because he had to be pre-pubescent. So they had said to me, you have to shave your legs, nair them, put cream, it was a hair removal the night before. Yeah. Right. And of course, I forgot to do it. So when we get to the trailer, I say, oh, guys, I'm sorry, I forgot. Let's just do it now, and we'll get the makeup done and the hair and thing. So, and I had this makeup guy, John Elliott, that I'd done a few films with. So I just, I took off my pants. I was wearing boxer underwear. And I just put my legs up like this. And there were two women, hairdressers, Chris Lee and her assistant, I'd never met before. And I'm talking to John Howe's the wife of the kids, and they're nairing my legs, and they're putting cream on it, and then they're taking the hair off it, and I'm sitting there in my underwear, and I'm talking to John away, and then they finish, I can hear them washing the towels in the back, and I look back, and my penis is hanging out of my boxer outfit. And I had not moved an inch. I had not moved an inch.
First day on the shoot.
First day on the shoot. So it took me about 2 weeks of nervousness where I finally went up to Christine Lee, the hairdresser. I said, Christine, I got to ask you something. I did like Jack Bauer. I got to ask you something. That first day when you naired my legs, was my penis hanging out of my boxer underwear? And she said, yeah. And I'll tell you this. If I'd known you then like I know you now, I would have shoved that thing back in. Shove that thing back in.
This show out in Las Vegas is fantastic, but the show that I want to see is the one that you do periodically around the country with Steve Martin. That must be tremendously entertaining.
It is.
And fun, right? You like Steve?
So much fun. I mean, Steve is one of my oldest friends. He's a giant talent. And the main thing that you're amazed at when you're on stage with him is beyond the fact that you're there on stage with Steve, you just look at him and say, how can any human being who's alive be this pale? You know, I looked at him the other night. We were in Detroit, and I looked over and I said, it looks like there's a white hairpiece on a urinal. That's really? Yeah.
Ah!
You don't know whether he's wearing makeup or powdered sugar. It's hard to know.
You don't know.
Naked, he looks like he's wearing an astronaut suit, you know.
Yeah. So you
I mean, you get the feeling that when he was born, the doctor said, oh my God, it's a pillow. You know.
Now, I'm told, and I'm hopeful, and we'll see when we come back with Martin Short.
What does that mean? That's so cryptic.
It's another great one tomorrow as Dave welcomes Tina Fey and First Aid Kit. Plus, check out Dave Matthews Band's Legends on Letterman performance. Dave Matthews Band's exclusive Ed Sullivan Theater concert webcast streams live Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific at CBS.com. When it fits, I feel it.
You know, I think I can do this. I don't want to pressure you, and I don't want to, but I can because we have so few shows left, and you're always so kind when you come out here with a song, and I don't know if you have one for us tonight.
Well, I do have one, but let me just say.
What? Because I would love
I do want to say one thing, though, because this is like, you know, I've been on this show for over 50 times, 51,
right.
52
Yeah.
times. And I want to just thank you for allowing me to promote all the things that rarely opened or worked, but still, it's a whole different conversation. And, but I do think it's a testament to you, Dave, of how hard all the people with any merit wanted to work. You know, like, we were talking with Steve before. Steve, through the years, Martin, has phoned me up and will say, tell me if you think this joke is funny. And I'll pretend it is. But then I'll say, well, what is this for? And he said, well, I got Letterman in 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. Wow.
No, really. And that is because, and it's, I think it's, it kind of, so I want to thank you and your staff and the writers. This
well, it goes the other way around because people like yourself and like Steve Martin and Bill Murray and Tom Hanks and on and on and on have been so great for us and really invested their time.
And I agree with that. But I think that you set that tone right off the gate with very high standard of comedy and broadcasting, which made us want to work very hard to pull that off.
Well, you're very sweet to say that.
Yeah. But
how about a song?
But more importantly, about a song. And again, I'm happy to do a song.
Oh, that would be lovely.
You'd like me to.
Yeah. You were startled.
I was startled. Yeah, it's Ed Wynn. About no room. I mean, really. Should I do it right to you on your?
Right here on the desk.
I'm not gonna.
And if it falls out, I'm gonna shove it right back in. My pleasure.
Well, because talk is cheap, I'm doing it over there.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
You know, in my business, or in our business, or
thank you.
Of course, although in your case, that's not for long days.
No, not for long, no.
An event as momentous as Dave Letterman's retirement is rare. So it's important I pay tribute in the only way performers do, by making it about me. You know, I've had this number prepared for some time. To be honest, Dave, I wrote it for your funeral. It's true. You're about the same age, but I always figured, you know, I'd outlive you because of your... But I decided to do your funeral number tonight, since I probably won't attend your funeral now because, well, unless, of course, I have something to promote, and then I will.
Sure you want to be there for that.
And this is going to get a little tricky for me to get through. Stupid emotions. So, let's just give it a try, shall we, Paul? And wish me luck in the top note, Pappy. Dave, where'd you go? Say goodbye to David, the guy we laughed at
from our beds. How we'll miss his top 10 lists now that he is dead. Just lay his coffin in the ground and play us one last glass crash sound. Davis skipped his last rehearsal. He won't be back after the next commercial. You're at peace now, Pappy. No more guests with shows to shill. You'll never have to fake a laugh at jokes from Dr. Phil or Bill O'Reilly yakking about the factor. For 30 years, Dave never cared for actors. Serene and calm, now that he's been embalmed. Never looked better, Dave Letterman. Ah, how Dave lived past 60's a miracle to me. He smoked cigars and sped in cars, ate lunch at Rupert's Hello Deli. He lived through dog attacks and Jack Hanna's Cobra. Somehow the guy survived a feud with Oprah. It's the end. My pretend showbiz friend, farewell. We'll meet again someday in hell.
Oh, look at these guys. Thank you very much. Look at those guys back there. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Martin Short. Beautiful, Marty. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything.
The wonderful Marty Short, everybody. We'll be right back with Norah Jones. This is great. How about Marty Short, too? I mean, wonderful. This is great also.
Wait.
Listen to this, Paul.
Yes.
Maybe you know this. Our next guest, gifted singer-songwriter. Yes, we know that. She's won 9 Grammy Awards. That, in and of itself, very impressive. Listen to this. Tonight she will be performing the very first song that she sang on this show. How long ago, Paul?
That she did the first show, I don't know, was it 15 years ago?
13 years ago.
13, wow.
This is the song she sang that night.
Oh, that's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Norah Jones.
I waited till I saw the sun. I don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. When I saw the break of day, I wished that I could fly away. Instead of kneeling in the sand, catching teardrops in my hands, my heart is stretched and wide. But you'll be on my mind forever. Out across the endless sea, I would die in ecstasy. But I'll be a bag of bones driving down the road alone. My heart is I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come.
Beautiful. Thank you. That was lovely. Every night. We could have that every night. Norah Jones. What do you think, Paul?
The best. It's an
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for having me. So many
Oh, it was delightful. Always delightful. Norah Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.
Now, stay tuned for James Corden. This is Alan Calder speaking. Good night, everybody.